Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ratnika. I'm sorry for the change in location, but wanted to do a quick twin flame energy reading at the moment. It's very short, but I wanted to sort of understand where the divine masculine and the divine feminine are at the moment. I don't know if any of you have gone through the energy portal that was happening or on the 21st, or it's still happening, but I had a really tough time the last few days. In fact, I had a lot of childhood issues come back up, which kind of really shook me. So I know a lot of you have booked readings and sessions with me, and that's why some of them had to be rescheduled because I was emotionally really broken, and there was a lot of stuff I had to deal with that I thought had been resolved growing up, and it all kind of came up, and it was more to do with my family stuff. And I now understand that all of this came back up because it was part of the healing process. It had to sort of happen, and it just sort of put me back in line with where I wanted to go and remind me of what I want to do and how I want to achieve. So there's been a lot of clearing, and I'm sort of back, not fully back, but I'm back, and doing all the readings now and reschedule all my appointments. All right, I'm just gonna jump right in. I used a new deck. I used the numerology guidance cards. I just got them, so I'm kind of excited to use them. Let me know if you resonate with them. I just did some readings for myself, and they definitely resonated. So for the divine masculine, we've got three cards. We've got teaching and learning, self-discipline, and change. So, what's going on with the divine masculine is that he is definitely going through a learning phase. He is definitely trying to understand and read up and figure out what this connection he has with the divine feminine. He's trying to figure out why he feels this strong connection, what he's going through. Maybe a lot of them have discovered the term twin flame, but if they haven't, no big deal. They're basically really trying to understand how this world works and how energy works in it, and there's a lot of learning happening, and they might also be telling their friends, their families, about what they have actually learned and what they've discovered during this process. Because at the end of that, he will end up, there is a change happening in his life. The divine masculine is going through a massive change at this moment. This could be change in his physical life, like he could be ending relationships, changing jobs, figuring out this card is, my masculine, as when I did my own personal reading, has got that as well, because there's so much change happening. He might be trying to like I said, end karmic relationships, figure out if what job suits them or not. Maybe they're trying to change that. They're trying to change their mindset. Maybe they believe that this reunion could not happen, and now they believe something different, and that's the change. And what they're also working on is self-discipline. Now, the self-discipline card means they're trying to, there could be two things. One is in the physical, where they're trying to, discipline themselves with like alcohol, drugs, things that sort of lower their vibration and kind of screw things up, things that we resort to help us cope with the situation that we're going through. However, the other thing could also be that they're trying to understand how to self-discipline their mind, the thoughts, the patterns that lead them to destruction, things that do not serve them. It's all about not living in the lower vibrations, so not getting into depression. So because this change is happening, and they're going through massive changes, and they're learning a lot of lessons right now, they could sort of resort to feeling very depressed or lonely, feeling lost and confused. And what they're also trying to do is sort of self-discipline themselves, and this is also an advice from the universe for them to sort of not live in the lower vibrations, to sort of lift themselves up and concentrate on what they truly want, rather than giving in to that, the depression, the worry, the ego mind. So that's pretty much what's going on with the masculine right now, and I'm really happy because this card change is very important. They are going through learnings, they are learning things that they have to learn with karmic cycles and everyday life, but there is change happening, and that's really, really good. When it comes to the divine feminine, four cards fell out. We've got adventure. So the divine feminine are sort of now ready to sort leap into the unknown. A lot of us are sort of convinced that things will work out in a way, and we are like, you know what? Let's just go with the flow. Let's just see where it goes. I don't know when this union is gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen really soon, and I'm just ready to jump in. I'm ready to start this new relationship with my twin again. And that's where a lot of feminine are. And they really, you got new beginnings, they really want this new beginning with their twin. They really want to have this, the union. And they are ready for this adventure. They're totally ready to start this adventure, start a new relationship with their twin. A lot of them are also feeling forgiveness. Now, this could work in two ways. And the other card you got was compassion. They both fell out together. So the divine feminine is feeling not only compassion, but also forgiveness. And this could be not just for towards their twin. I mean, maybe things have gone wrong in the past, and now you're realizing that it's okay to forgive them, and you're realizing what they went through. You're being compassionate for their ordeals, and you're like, you know what? He was going through so much, or it's okay if he hasn't reached out to me because he's going through so much, and I'm ready to forgive him. I'm ready to not hold grudges from the past or hold on to this, why haven't you reached out to me right now, everybody's having union, etc. The divine feminine is being compassionate and is completely open to forgiving the divine masculine, and she's also open to forgiving herself. She's being more compassionate with herself. She's realized that the stuff that's happened in the past had to happen for the growth to happen, and she's being compassionate towards herself. She is being loving towards herself. She's forgiving herself, and this could also be forgiving family members and other stuff that has come up, which is something that applies to me. It's about forgiving things that have come up because you're trying to be compassionate in this situation, even though it hurts you or whatever. You want to forgive and forget and move on, because it's holding on to a grudge, whether it's with yourself, holding on to guilt, or holding on to grudges with somebody else. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It's not going to work. It only makes us feel sick emotionally, mentally, physically. So there's no point holding on to grudges. And that's something that the divine feminine is realizing, because she is totally, totally ready for a new beginning and to go on to this new adventure with her twin. I'm just going to pick one card for union. I actually didn't do that, and I don't know why. So I'm just going to pick that right now. Dear Spirit, dear Universe, please give me one card and one advice for the union, for the twin flames at this moment. What is the energy at this moment regarding union? Can you please tell me what we need to know regarding union? All right, let's get this going. Whoopa. One card for union, Universe. Now the cards are flying. Aha! There you go. Environment. Okay. Environment card means it's about paying attention to our environment. Couple of things. It could be firstly taking up an environmental cause, being helpful to the environment, planting trees, doing a drive, recycling, etc. The other thing I feel is what I'm getting from this card, I don't know if you can see it, is that, sorry about the glare, is that it's about fixing our own environment, our immediate environment. If we are living in a situation which isn't healthy, or we are not happy and comfortable in the environment we made for ourselves, then you can't really have somebody walk in to our world. You need to sort of get your close environment sorted. So if both the masculine and the feminine need to sort of pay attention to their environment at the moment, of how they're living, how they're interacting with their friends and family, how they're interacting with them, their work life, their general life, what is going on with them. And if there's something they need to change in their environment, now is the time for them to do it. I'm going to ask for one more card, Universe, one more card for union. I feel like we need what? Perseverance. So it's telling us that we just have to stay committed to our goals. Fix our environment, figure out what's not suiting us right now, what doesn't work for us in our immediate environment, and to let that go, and to remember that things will work out. We got to stay, committed to our goals. If we want this union to happen, we cannot get swayed. We cannot just, give up. Now is the time to stay completely committed. I know the energies are strong, and I felt like there's so much other shit going on, and I started having these issues of self-worth and self-love come back. And it was like, if I don't love myself right now, if all this shit is coming up again, which I thought I had healed, then how can I, then what's the point of even thinking about union? I started having that mindset that forget it, this union is not going to happen, screw it, what's the point? Because all this other shit started coming back up. But it's about fixing my environment, and that's the first thing I needed to do, was fix that environment and have my own healing and sort of forgive things that don't work out and cut out people. This is also talking about cut out people that don't serve you. There's a lot of people, a lot of situations that we put up with day to day that kill our self-esteem, that make us feel miserable, but we put up with it. And now is the time to cut that shit out. You don't, the new year, you don't need people and situations in your life that don't make you happy. Just remember that. And stick to it. Things will work out. Everything will work out, but we gotta stay committed to our plans. All right, this was a really quick reading. If you wish to book a private reading, you can log on to my website, or you can email me at naturalvibrationsindia@gmail.com. All right, Merry Christmas. Bye.